your girl, Yasmin Renee, and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, make sure you guys go like, comment, and subscribe to see more of me. Y'all, welcome back to episode 4 of Yasmin's Diaries. Yay! We're gonna get straight into it, y'all. I'm real comfy today, like real comfy. Today's topic is parenting. We're gonna talk about things within parenting. Like, it's a lot of things that go within to being a parent. So we're gonna talk about it. Y'all know I gotta have my notes, because if not, then I'll just be and we're not doing that, okay? Let me see if I can bring the camera up a little bit, because I feel like I'm far away from you guys. All right. Yeah, so let's get into it. So the first thing for parenting that I want to talk about, and let me say this, as always, comment down below. I know I'm talking to y'all, but I'm a mom too, so I need advice. I do not know everything. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is tantrums and meltdowns. So I have a two-year-old, and if you a mom and you got a 2-year-old, a 1-year-old, if you just got a kid, then you know, like, kids have tantrums. So what do you do as a mom to deal with tantrums? And as always, I'm going to talk about my experience, and then I want y'all to chime in the comments and let me know what y'all do. So for tantrums, what I do is I redirect. Like, if my child is having a tantrum, I would try to redirect and say, okay, calm down for a second. Let's do this. Let's do that. And if that doesn't work, then I just honestly give it time. I learned while being a RBT, it's called, don't quote me, is it called extension? Or it's called something. It's called something, and you ignore it, because if you feed into the tantrum, then they're gonna be like, okay, I'm getting attention from this, and you don't want to give tantrums any attention. So if my redirecting doesn't work, then I will ignore it, and it would just pass by, honestly. Like, kids, 2-year-olds, they just need a few minutes to woosah. Kids are really like adults for real. Like, sometimes adults be having quote-unquote tantrums, and we don't even know it. And we just need time to woosah and get our thoughts together. So that's how I handle tantrums, redirect, and ignoring them. So the next thing is potty training. Oh my gosh, y'all. Honestly, I need help. This is where I need you guys' help, because my baby is 2 and he is not potty trained. I am going to say he does pee in the pot sometime, and he does do number 2 in the pot sometimes, but it's not consistently. Like, what tips and tricks do y'all have? I have tried giving him awards such as food awards. What else have I did? Oh, I brought stickers. I even play his favorite songs while he is on the potty. What else? I have even tried, one day I tried putting him on underwear and like letting him keep underwear on all day. But y'all, he peed on my couch. He peed right on my couch. And after that, like, I'm gonna be honest, I have not been consistent. So part of it is me. I need to be consistent with potty training. So I need some tips. Like, what do y'all do? And honestly, I think what I'm going to do is get a new potty, because he just has the regular potty. But I noticed that he likes flushing the toilet. Like, he loves hearing the noise, and he loves taking whatever, the pee or the number 2, into the toilet and flushing it. So maybe I should do that. But he does pee and do number 2 when I sit him down. But it also takes him a while. So I have to have his cup there and try to be like, hey, drink some. And then he will do that. And I don't know if it's just boys, but boys do not care if they have poop on them for a long time. Like, my baby do not care. He will still be running around the house like nothing's wrong. So I need some help with that. So that's a parenting thing that I need help with. how do I deal with picky eaters and strategizing for healthy eating habits? So honestly, when Elias was a baby and when he started eating real food, he was not a picky eater. Like, he used to eat green beans, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, chicken. He used to eat anything that was in front of him. But as he got older and he knows the taste and he could tell me like, no, I don't like that, or no, I don't want that, he is starting to become a picky eater. So what I do, I try to incorporate a meat, a fruit, and a vegetable. Like, whatever we're eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I try to incorporate those things and try to like encourage him. And another thing that works for us in this household is telling him like that he's strong. Like, me and his dad, we've been like, for example, green beans. He used to love green beans, but now he don't really like it. So we try to be like, okay, Elias, eat the green beans, eat the green beans. And he'll put it in his mouth and he'll eat it. And we'll be like, strong, you're strong. And that really helps. Positive reinforcement, positive reinforcement helps. So that's what I do. Another thing that I would say for a picky eater is, honestly, I know a lot of kids, like, I feel like a kid will eat when they get hungry. No, do not starve your kid. Do not starve your kid. If your kid is not eating nothing, then you might need to take them to the doctor. But I say a kid will eat when they're hungry. Sometimes we will put food in front of them and they really might not be hungry. And once they realize this is what I tell Elias. I say, this is what we're having for lunch, this is what we're having for dinner, or whatever the case may be. And this is your food for tonight. And he might not want it right in and there, but an hour, 2 hours later, he gonna eat it because that's what we having. So I feel like really just try to incorporate a meat, a fruit, a vegetable, and then give it time. Like, if they don't want it right there, do not force it, because the more you try to force it, the more that they will reject it. So just give it time. I feel like a kid will eat when they want to eat, or especially when they get hungry. Sleep issues. So I would say I don't have those problems, but I can give you some tips. I got some good tips, because Elias has been sleeping through the night since 2 months old, y'all. Since two months old, he has been sleeping through the night. And what I did and what I learned is you got to keep it bright. Like, when he was a baby, during the day, I would open the blinds, turn the lights on, so he will know that this is daytime. You do not sleep during the day, you sleep at night. So that's what I did. I would turn on the lights, open the blinds, play music so that he would not sleep for long. Yes, if you have a baby, or I would say even a 1-year-old, and I still consider Elias a baby, but he's a toddler. But if you have a little one, then of course they're going to take naps. But I say do not let their naps be longer than 1 hour, really, because if not, then they might not sleep during the night. So that's what I did. And then at night, I would turn off everything. Literally, it would be dark and he would have either the white noise. And it was so much easier when he was a baby, because you could swaddle them. And I know the swaddlers really help. So I would say swaddle your child if they're a little one. But if they're still not sleeping through the night at 2 years old, I would say keep the lights on, keep it bright during the day, so that they know the difference between light and day. Like, they're going to go to sleep if it's dark in the house, or no music or no noise is playing, because they don't think it's nighttime, it's time to go to sleep. But in reality, no. So keep it bright. That's what I gotta say. That's my advice. Keep it bright. And another thing I would say for sleeping through the night, I know, moms, it's hard, but you got to put that baby in the crib, in the bassinet. You got to do it. Like, Elias, I don't think he slept with me as a baby. Maybe like the first few nights, but after that, I was like, no, because y'all, a little story time. I slept with my mom until I was 7 years old. I used to sleep in her bed and not in my room by myself until I was 7 years old. Like, what? So I did not want that. Like, looking back, like, girl, if you don't go to your room and sleep in your own bed. So I said I did not want that for Elias. So I made sure I swaddled him up and I put him in the crib. Parents, moms, the crib, you can move. If you got multiple bedrooms, you can put the crib next to your bed so you can still feel comfortable and you can check up on your baby throughout the night or whatever the case may be. That's what I did. At the time, we had a 1 bedroom, so the crib went in our room. So it's not like he had to sleep with me because the crib was right there. So I would say that helps, because as they get older, if they're not in the bed with you, then they're not going to want to sleep throughout the night, and then you're going to have to wake up to get them out their bed, move them in your bed, and it's just going to be a lot, and you're going to be stressed out. Like, don't do that to yourself. So make sure that baby sleep in a crib. Socialization. So as I said in previous videos, what I did for socialization for Elias, I signed him up for activities here in the community. So he did outdoor activity, but now he is in preschool for 2 days out the week. So he still is able to interact with kids his age. We go to the park, we go to the aquarium, we go to the beach. So I would say just find people in your community, because I know areas do not have the same thing. Like, it might not be resources available for you to sign your kid up for age-related activities. So I would say, like, try to find things within your community. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a park. I'm pretty sure there's little kids that go to the park. And also try to connect on Facebook. I didn't use Facebook a lot before, but since I moved to California, it's a lot of Facebook groups in Monterey, so I tried to connect there. I remember I made a post. I was like, what is there to do for a 2-year-old boy? And they gave me a lot of great ideas, and that's how I found ways for Elias to socialize. Behavioral guidance. So I think this kind of ties into tantrums. I say the same thing, like positive reinforcement. You want to make it positive. And I've learned that as being an RBT. Kids love positive reinforcement. Elias loves hearing, great job, strong, you could do it. Like, anything you could put your mind to, you could achieve. He loves hearing that. And I feel like that is good. And when your child, and I don't like classifying children as bad or stereotyping them, because they already get that enough when they get older in the schoolhouse. So I don't want to do that at all. I just say, like, he's 2. Like, whatever age that your toddler is, like, they're still a toddler. Their mind is not fully developed. So don't classify them or don't put a label on them as they have behavioral problems. Like, no, he's 2. So what can you do to stoop yourself to a 2-year-old mind? Like, your 2-year-old don't understand why they can't eat a car. Like, let's just use an example. Say that your 2-year-old is putting something in their mouth and you take that away, and then they start having a tantrum. Like, they don't know that they're not supposed to do that. So try to get on their eye level. Oh, another thing, this is a great thing. You want to have eye level. Get on their eye level. Redirect them and just explain, like, hey, you're not supposed to have this in your mouth, or hey, I understand that you're upset and it's okay to have emotions. At 2 years old, yes, it's okay to have emotions as a 2-year-old, because your mind is operating way different than ours. So you're not understanding why you can't have certain things. You're not understanding a lot of things. So it's my job as a mom, and it's your job as a parent to explain to them. And explaining to them is redirecting, not getting upset, not getting frustrated, even though it's hard. But you just really have to do positive reinforcement and redirect. Language developing, supporting speech. So as I talked about, Elias has been in speech since last year. So this is 2024. So since 2023, I think he started in like October or November. And I would say, if you feel like your child has a speech delay, that is okay. Like, do not be that parent, or don't let anyone force you into thinking, okay, they don't need help, they don't need services. No, look up them services. I'm pretty sure, I'm not gonna say 100%, but every state or every city should have a early learning intervention, and that's the route I took. I took early learning intervention, and I was like, he's doing everything else. He is on top of everything else, but speech, I feel like he could do better. Speech, I feel like he's not developing 100% where I think that he should be at. And that helped him. Like, that has helped him. Do not be ashamed. Do not feel like you have to be embarrassed, because all kids are different. All kids are not going to be the same. So get that baby that help. And now Elias is saying he knows a lot of words. He could count to 30. He could do everything that he wasn't able to do last year. And I love that, because I, as a mom, was able to push him to get that help, to get that socialization. That's why socialization is really important. That's why I wanted him to be in daycare here, but I was like, I don't know nobody. I'm going to do the stay-at-home mom route. But as we got here, I was like, I still want him to be able to socialize, so I signed him up for the outdoor activity. But then I'm like, he only goes 1 day a week, so how can I get him a little bit more? So I'm slowly progressing. So right now he's doing 2 days a week for preschool. And I feel like once your kid is around other kids their age, then they are going to talk, or they're going to want to talk. Because like I said, all kids are not the same. Another 2-year-old might be saying full-blown sentences, and if your child is not saying full-blown sentences or not saying enough, then once they mash up, they can learn from each other. Another thing is managing screen time. So how do I manage screen time? I honestly say screen time at this house is 2 hours or 3 hours a day. On Mondays and Tuesdays, it's really 1 hour because he's in preschool all day. I literally try to minimize screen time, and how I do that is flashcards, reading books, taking him outside, letting him be a kid. Like, I feel like a lot of times we put the screen in front of a child because that's just easier. Let's just be honest. Putting a screen in front of a child is much easier. You don't have to worry about them having tantrums, whining, or whatever the case may be. But you don't want to be that parent where, even though screen time is good in a way, they can still be not fully developed, or they can still be not where they need to be because of screen time. So I would say, if you are having a hard time managing screen time, get flashcards. Like Elias, I got him flashcards from Target, and they was the 3-year-old and up, and now he could say all the words. So just working with him with words, letters, numbers, get him different activities so that he won't be focused on a screen. Health concerns, I really don't have any health concerns of my own, because Elias is healthy. He rarely gets sick. If he does get sick, it's because he is in daycare. Like, when he was going to daycare full time in Fayetteville, he did get sick often. He did get what's it called? Ear infections, but that just comes with being in daycare. So I would say, if your child gets sick or you have any health concerns, make sure you get them gummies. I get Elias immune gummies. He makes sure that he keeps his immune system up. So I would say do that. That is the end of episode 4 of Yasmin's Diaries. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know if you guys have any comments or concerns. As always, I'm here to tell you guys my experience, but I want you guys to tell me your experience. Like, I'm a mom too. I've only been a mom for 2 years, so I need all the help that I can get. But make sure you guys go like, comment, and subscribe to see more of me. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye!